wireless cameras. They're 4K. So you can see right here, this is the Solar Plus 2.0 solar panel technology, and you don't have to worry about having an extra solar panel to hook up. So over here is where you mount the bracket, mounted to the wall. So here is your LED lights right here. Here's your 4K camera. Camera uses the max color vision technology. It has the motion sensors in here. On the bottom side is your speaker. Here is your sync button. When you remove this bracket, you have your USB-C port to charge it if you want to charge it, or you can even hook up a separate solar panel if the spot that you want to install this camera doesn't get direct sunlight, and you could put another solar panel on top of this just to get you the extra power that it needs. So the camera has a good weight to it. It's made very well, and all it needs is 1 hour of sunlight due to the advanced solar panel that it has. Here's your home base station right here. That's the power button right here. On top of here, if you push this down, you're able to expand and install an external hard drive on here. All you do is just loosen the screw, and this thing can hold up to 16 terabytes worth of memory. The home base itself has 16 gig of on storage memory here. On the back, you have your sync button, you have your USB 3 port, you have a USB 2 port, and you have your Ethernet port, and here's the power cord, and here's a speaker for when you go through the setup. In the other box, you have your mounting brackets right here, so you just screw this onto the camera. I'll show you here. So you can either twist the camera, and you use the nut just to tighten it, and then you're able to loosen this, and then you can adjust where you want the camera and which angle that you want the camera to be in. And once you have the right angle, you tighten it, and then you're able to lock it in place. And then if you want to loosen this comes off like so, and then you're able to mount the screws right here. So it takes 2 screws. So it brings 3 of these mounting brackets. You have your mounting screws, you have a USB-C charging cable, you have your positioning stickers, so this makes it a lot easier to mount your bracket with the perfect holes from here. It even comes with an extra solar panel, just in case if you need to install this camera under a shaded area. It comes with a very long cord. You can see how it looks outside. It's somewhat dark. There's the camera right there, and we'll see when I look through the camera. I was going to show how it looks outside. So you can see here how the daylight vision works. It looks as if it's daytime, but it's actually 7:20 p.m. at night. Let me show you the different features that it has. You could press this button here, and that's going to turn on the spotlight. You see how the spotlight looks. It's nice and bright. I could turn off the spotlight. I could talk through the phone. If I press this phone button here, I could record. If I press the record button, and then I could cut the video here to make a snapshot of it. And for the night vision, you can see there's 4 different modes. Here's your standard mode. So this Pro Night Vision makes everything looks like daytime outside, even at night. If you put the daylight, you can see how much brighter it is. You can see the color of my jacket. It has a red hood. And then spotlight is with the spotlight coming on. And then I could even do the infrared also. So you can see the black and white. And then here's back to the daylight mode. So this is a very good night vision camera. This Pro Night Vision works very well at night. So you can see that I mounted this on this pole. It's in perfect position to get the sun when the sun comes out. and you can adjust it with the knob in any direction that you want it to. So this is an app that you need to use the Eufy security camera. So this shows the cameras that are set up and your home base. So I'm going to show you the live view. So you can see here that you're able to listen to the sound coming from the camera. And then if you wanted to speak to the person through your camera, you press the phone button in the middle. And then you're also able to turn on the spotlight from the app. You could record from the app. You could turn off the audio from the app. And even you could, so I'm going to show you the night vision mode here. I have it set up to daylight mode. This max vision is great. It makes all the darkness on the outside look like color. And then there's 4 different settings. You have your standard, you have your infrared, and the spotlight version. So it's actually 11 o'clock at night right now, and it looks as if it's daytime. This is how the standard looks. So it's a little bit darker with the standard. Then if you want to turn on the spotlight, this will turn on the light for the camera to make it a little bit brighter. Or if you want to use it using the infrared, then you press that and everything's going to be black and white. I am honestly prefer the daylight mode because this max vision is so good that it makes even the darkest area looks as if it's daytime. And then with the playback, you see what goes on. So mine, I have it set up with human detection, which shows myself, and then I even have a vehicle detection that shows when I pull into my driveway. You can download, you can share it to somebody, or you can even delete it. I'm going to show you all the different settings that you could go on. So here, one of my cameras that I set up, you can set up your motion detection. You click here, you can set it up for human recognition, human detection, vehicle detection, pet detection, or all motions. You can also set your activity zone. In my case, my situation, I set up the activity zone just in my driveway since I have the camera pointed to a main street. So you can see in the blue shaded area, that is where all the detection is registered. And whenever somebody walks on the sidewalk, you won't get any notification. And then you can set up your detection sensitivity. I have it at 5, which works very good for me. You can set up a heat map. And then from here, you can see the power manager. It's an optimal battery life. One great feature about this camera is that this uses the 2.0 solar panel. So all you need is 1 hour of sunlight to hit this camera, and it will charge it for the full day. And you're even able to set up your home base and see how many cameras are set up. If you're interested in buying one of these, I'm going to post a link in the description, and you will save 15% off on your order. So you can check this out on the website.